Afternoon. Quick one today. It's been a busy day and I've not stopped. Taking the kids to Chill Factor this evening as part of Once in a Smile. It's like the Christmas outing, so we got our names down for that, so we're going there this evening. But it's ordinarily about an hour away, but obviously in traffic this time of day. It's what, 3:15 now. I'll have to leave at 4 o'clock. So I thought, I've been out all day doing various different errands, visiting various different places, B&Q, shit like that. So I thought, right, I've got half an hour, take the dogs out for a very quick walk because they weren't out yesterday. Didn't manage it yesterday. Yeah, it was bereavement group yesterday, that's what it was. There was something in the morning. What did I do in the morning? I can't remember. I did something in the morning, then I went out on the went out in the afternoon to the bereavement group, and then by the time I got back it was dark. Kids were coming home, making dinner, all that kind of stuff. So didn't get to take them out yesterday, so I'm taking them out for a quick wander now. Yesterday was the 26th of November, which marks 5 months. I mentioned it in my last video, but equally, come on Lace! But equally, as a very wise person once said, it's just a date on a calendar. I'll be honest with you, it didn't really play a significant part of the day. I think more was this morning when I've told you that Charlotte's kind of going through it. For the first time, Isabel came down, and she just came down. I was obviously making breakfast for them all. She came down. First thing she did, she just walked straight over to me and gave me a hug, which is, don't get me wrong, Isabel gives hugs. She's, Maggie's just got caught in a bush. She gives me hugs. She's affectionate, but not first thing in the morning. She's not a morning person. But this morning, she just came straight over to me, give me a hug, give me a real big squeeze, and just said, I really miss Mummy. So I think it's kind of hitting for Isabel now. It's just Thomas. But yeah, everybody said it was like the 5-6 month mark before the kids started, recognising, I suppose. So, come on, Lacey, come on. So yeah, kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's the 5 month mark, coming up to the 6 month mark, I suppose, next month. Charlotte's birthday next week. It's going to be another, milestone. I don't know why this week I've been thinking more about, I had to snap myself back, but things like, when the kids grow up and get married, when they have the first child, all that type of stuff. That's, I don't know why I started thinking about that, very random. And then I went to have a storage unit for a lot of the stuff that Jenny, that I couldn't throw away. And I went there today and just looked at all the stuff, and it's just, a lifetime building a life together, all in boxes, and I don't know, perhaps I'm just having one of those days. I'm not super sad. My mood's slowly lifting. I was a bit miserable the last few days. I think it's slowly lifting. I do feel lonely these last few days. I don't know why that's. Don't know, but I do feel quite lonely at the moment. I obviously go through phases of feeling lonely and not feeling lonely, but I think it's fair to say that I'm in a lonely phase. Never alone, always lonely. Ooh, what was I watching the other day? I was watching some YouTube clip, and I quite like this. They're talking about grief. I don't watch many things on grief, but this was part of my awakening. Just, looking at various different things, related to grief and the spiritual side of things and all that kind of stuff. And this guy said, he'd not lost a partner, he'd lost his mum, but he was 16 when he lost his mum. And he spent years just kind of, really in a pretty bit of a crap place. And then he said the epiphany that he had was, and I quite like this, victim or adventure. Like, do you sit there as a victim? Why has this happened to me? Or do you go, right, okay, life has changed. Whether life has changed, whether you like it or not, it's changed. And therefore it's a different route that you go on. And therefore, you can choose whether that route is a miserable one or you can treat it as an adventure. And it kind of makes sense to me. Like, yeah, I've lost Jenny. But what we are doing, I suppose, one way of looking at it, moving house and changing areas, and everything will change, my job's going to change. It's an adventure. I suppose if you look at it in those terms, that it's an adventure, straight away you put it into a positive frame rather than a negative frame. Let's just see. No, she's not. What she was having a poo. Right, anyway, that's my pearl of wisdom today. I'm going to get back. What time is it? Yeah, I'm going to get back so I can meet Charlotte at the door when she gets back. Right. I'll try and get them out tomorrow because they're not had a good run, but I'll speak to you tomorrow, hopefully, if not the day after. Have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.